Okay, welcome back to another Front Office Football 9 video. We've got our Bills franchise here. It's March 14th, 2033, 40-degree day, heavy rain in Buffalo, 22-mile-per-hour winds. No, but in all seriousness, we had a pretty good season in 2032. The Bills went 13-4. We ended up losing in the divisional game, or I'm sorry, I think that'd be the conference championship game to the Cincinnati Bengals. We lost by 5 points. Um, yeah, I think it really just keeps coming down to. I mean, in this game, it was kind of a weird game because they only ran the ball for 50 something yards and passed for 278 with two interceptions and one touchdown. So, um, yeah, it was more on the defense, I think, than anything. Luther Drayton had a pretty good game, and it was it. I don't know how we lost this game, but anyways, I think we started to make some strides overall, and that was really the biggest thing as far as constructing the roster. Because we did for the first time score 100 on our roster construction. And we can take a look at that now before we get into some of the administrative things. Yeah, Luther Drayton obviously was a big part of that. Getting the opportunity to select a quarterback first overall, and him being a hit worked out very nicely. We took a running back in with the 13th overall pick a couple of years ago, who's been really nice for us. We signed a really good tight end, and it's really easy to create a good, or to like construct a good roster while your quarterback is on his rookie deal. So this will be the final year of Luther Drayton's rookie deal, so we'll have some other things to take care of. As we start to go forward, there will be some contracts that we'll have to sign, and we won't be able to field this much depth. We did hit on our defensive end with our late first round pick last year, Brandon Ragone. He's been a pretty big hit for us. Looks like he only had 1.5 sacks this year, but having a 70 overall player on defense, nonetheless, the defensive line is fantastic. Same thing with Nicholas Arroyo. And we had a couple of inside linebackers pop up, and yeah, so we have some depth here. We'll probably have some decisions to make as far as our secondary. The secondary that we crafted last year did not really work out. Devin Spiller really fell off the map as soon as we signed him. He was a 58 and dropped to a 46 by the time the season started. Zach Bravo did actually pop up, an undrafted free agent from a few years ago. Holly and Hops still ended up being okay, and then we ended up trading for Winfred Smith. Planned for it to be somewhat of a rental with maybe potential to hold him for longer, but his previous team paid the bonus, so we can keep him on if we need him, if we have the space, but we can also move on pretty easily if we need to cut some cap space. Safety is still pretty good. But yeah, I mean, obviously, this roster got an 100 score. That was really the point of showing you guys the roster. But yeah, having a 78 overall quarterback on his rookie deal makes that pretty easy to achieve. So can we keep that moving going forward? We're still like having trouble getting the right receiver room. We've really struggled to like get a top end talent there and have like a good mix of guys. So yeah, there's going to be some moves that have to be made, but let's get right into it and check out the stadium plan. So, TJ Watt, Hall of Famer, okay. Salary cap increased. All right. So yeah, we won't be doing much with the stadium plan. But our loyalty is 100. Great condition for our stadium. So I think we're pretty good. We just built it a couple years ago. Let's check out our ticket plan. Looks like they're going to stay about the same. You can see our total revenue is increasing by 25%. We profited 71 mil last year, starting to make up for, you know, getting rid of the cost of the stadium, and also seeing a huge bump in merchandising. But I mean, yeah, the suite revenue going from 7 million in our previous stadium to now 27 million. Part of that has to probably do with how good the team was, but then, you know, we added some seats to the stadium and bumped our ticket prices up, so now we're seeing you know, a 42% increase there with the ticket price increase, and we go from 135 mil to 200 mil. Yeah. Gotta love that. So we will keep it moving here. Staff retention period. Oh, these are red. Okay, extend contracts. Okay. So yeah, as far as KOC goes, yeah, I think I'd like to, I'd certainly like to extend KOC. Eberflus. I mean, I don't know. We could always go back to Eberflus if we need to, but I just don't. He just doesn't look that good to me as a coach. He's now 62. I think we move on from him. Kai Huertas. I think he's still good as an assistant coach. I think this makes sense for us. But yeah, I would like to see us grab a new defensive coordinator for sure. All right. So we play the 4-3 over. Oh, looks like Kennedy Rives is out here. We got some play callers that are definitely better than where we were at. So 90 play calling for Kennedy Reeves. 70 discipline, 90 motivation, 90 young player development. But then we have Gene Jenkins, who's 63 now, but 80 play calling, 70 young player development. Nothing else really that good except for intelligence, though. But D'Amico Ryans, AO, 80 play calling, 90 motivation, pretty good. Player development scores, discipline is solid, intelligence is solid, and scouting is really good. I think I'd like to hire D'Amico Ryans for sure. Let's do that. Okay. Assistant coach, head trainer. Here's our draft class. And no quarterbacks really in this one. Nicky Kissinger is the best one, so it's going to be a lot of guys in the trenches going early. There's a pretty good receiver here. Looks like we... Oh, I think we traded out of this first round. Yes, we did. So we have 3 first-round picks. Or sorry, 3 third-round picks, 2 fifth-round picks. So I wonder if there's a way that we could trade back up. Like, we're not going to be able to go up to the 6th pick, but like, I wonder if like we can get the 15th. So they're going to still ask for first-round picks, obviously. I wonder if there's a way to, maybe like the 30th pick. Still want a first. What if we were to throw like... Wait, oh, I'm tripping. Hold on. You can't check interest on that. Okay. Yeah, whatever. Okay, so we got some later picks. We'll have to figure all that out. Um, let's check out our franchise player deadline here. We did hit Arroyo with the franchise tag last season. We could do it again, but it's going to cost us 37 mil. Bryce Lee is another one, 33 mil for a center. I feel like he's going to be cheaper to just sign, but I think these are both guys, given their age, we'll probably want to sign them to one more deal. JMO is an interesting one. He's been pretty good for us over the last few years. Definitely nice to have, and it's, you know, I think a lot of this too is like he's probably a really good blocker as well, I would think. So 23 mil for a tight end. 30 mil for Xavier Jordan, our flanker. Since we went and got him, he was really good for us in 2031. Fell off a little bit last year. Still a really good player and somebody we want to keep around, but I don't know that we want to hand him a major contract. So I'm thinking if we're going to franchise anybody, it's going to be one of these two. But 30 million for a 59 overall receiver, I feel like I'd rather just see what else is out there. 23 mil for a 30-year-old tight end. We will probably want to use this franchise tag, but let me actually get a look at our salary cap as well. So we have 70 mil in cap space, but also want to just take a look at who's unsigned here. All right, so this is gonna be a few players that will want, probably these top four here, that will want to re-sign. Maybe Torrance again if he gives us the contract to do it. So I think we'll, even after signing Arroyo and Bryce Lee, I think we'll still have a pretty good amount of cap space. So I think it's probably smart to use a franchise tag this year, and I feel like Jamison Buchanan is the one to use it on. Yeah, we're gonna re-sign the top two guys. Xavier Jordan has been really good for us, but 59 overall, we just have to find better at wide receiver. That's really what it comes down to. Put it on JMO. All right, and then let's check out our roster here. We have all right, we have 47 mil in space. This might actually close up pretty quick on us. Okay. All right, I think we let Jabari go here. Yeah, we're not going to sign him for that. We'll let Lampton stay as our backup. Got these two signed. That's great. I think I'd like to keep Salvador Crombie around. He still has, looks like maybe a ceiling that could be reached. But man, he's gonna ask for 2.5 mil. That's crazy. We can't do that. Let's see. Buchanan's on for 23 mil. Yeah, he would have asked for 16 and 19. 2-year extension. That's a little much for his age, I think. Xavier Jordan, he's going to ask for 15, 18, 20 on a 3-year deal. I think we have to let him walk. Darian Duffin and Aponte we still have on cheap receiver deals. Elijah Moore we could probably bring back on a cheap deal, but with Jordan gone, I don't know. Maybe it would be good to bring back Moore for a year, just to have somebody in the room. He's also a mentor. Sad Dog Ruark, he keeps coming back to our team somehow, but we have to let him go. Ben Rotzel, Brandon Condrent, a couple of rookies. We can let Hendel go. Bryce Lee, this is a priority deal. Oh, look at that. 5 years, and he just wants 8 to 15. Yeah, absolutely. Gonna sign that. Okay. Zane Yuri, who's an undrafted free agent. Couple mil for a decent backup center. There are always really good centers in free agencies, like in like after the draft, undrafted free agents. So I think I'm gonna hold on that. Torrance. So he'd obviously still be our best guard, but we did draft 2 young guys, Reyes and Williams, who have starter potential and are obviously on a cheap deal. He wants 2 years, 10 mil. I think we maybe have to let Torrance go, because I just can't give out a 2-year deal right now with Drayton in the final year of his deal. Can't commit that to a 33-year-old. It's too much. I know he's a captain. He's been a long time, really strong player for us, but tackle is a bit more of a problem too. So we have D'Angelo Cepeda, who we acquired via trade. He's going to ask for 10 to 20 mil over 4 years. And is he even worth it? Is that worth it to sign this 54 overall tackle? I don't know. Roger Flores. Yeah, I mean, so I think like first things first, let's maybe go look to Nick Arroyo to get him signed back. Wants a 3-year deal, 20 to 30 mil yearly. This guy's a problem, man. We just gotta have him back. So let's do that. So we are now at about 16 mil in space, which is not a lot. This is where things get interesting, because we have to, I mean, we might want to think about just trading Winfred Smith. I know we acquired him, and the idea was sort of like a 1-year rental. He's 15 mil on our cap. I don't even know if he's going to have a market, even being a 75 overall player. Like, yeah, there's no interest for him. A 75 overall player. I can't imagine Hobson Arturo Smith would have any. Spiller here, we're 48 overall, and we're paying him 12 mil. We could save 10 mil. This is an easy cut. Save us about 10 mil there. Pete and Reyes still worth the dollar, I think. How much can we get Hockenberry back for? A couple mil. We just got to be careful with our dollars here, though. Middle linebacker room looks nice. Wonder if we can trade Angel Sanchez, though. Just to get, like, something back. Let's see. He is younger and maybe, yeah, so the Giants, we kind of have two younger guys ahead of him that we have more cap control over. So let's just see what the Giants have to offer. I don't think we're gonna get a comp pick for him either. So they want our third round pick this year. They're gonna give us a fourth back, and then we get a second in 2035. I mean, maybe. Let's see what the 49ers. We give up a fifth next year, and we get a third and a sixth back. I feel like I like that a little bit more, actually. So right now, I want to go with San Fran's deal. Give up a fourth for a third. No. Give up a fifth for a third and a seventh. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with San Fran's deal here. Give up a fifth for a third and a sixth in 2035. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay. Still have Perkins and Zaner here. Yeah, Jacob DeLeon is another one where we got a lot of cap money wrapped up in a guy who's pretty average. He had a couple good years for us, but yeah, we'll save 13, almost 14 mil by letting him walk. So I think we do that. It cost a couple mil to get Hannigan back, but I'm fine. I think just letting him go and rocking with Mullen here, who we have cap control over for the next year or two. So we've now got 60 mil back in space. Still with Winfred Smith on. Zach Bravo is going to cost a couple mil. Yeah, let's keep him on just as depth. Tavon Arthurs as depth. Hockenberry as depth. Let's get our long snapper back here. Our punter. How much was Hannigan again? Yeah, it's not worth it. Let's take a look at this defensive line here. We have a lot of money wrapped up in Arroyo and Clopton. Still got all these DNs on fairly cheap deals, but I wonder if it's like, can we trade any of them that are in their contract year? Maybe we don't want to, because Bagby and Blodorn are pretty old. Richardson, he had 5 sacks last year. We'd be able to bring him back on like a 5 mil a year deal. And he's pretty young. Maybe we just extend him cheap now and then possibly get rid of the other two. How much would Benninger cost to bring back? A few mil. I don't think it's worth it. I think we just see what Dakota Rosenthal can grow into and maybe find a cheaper depth replacement or just rock with Dakota. But yeah, we don't really need this much depth on the defensive line, I don't think. Maybe one of these guys. Yeah, Blodorn or Bagby should probably go. We're going to save the same amount on both of them. We'll take less dead to the face here with Dusty. Let's just do a quick check here to see. No interest in him. Nothing in Bloodhorn. Okay, so I think we can keep them on for now. But you know, if it gets in the way of us signing a free agent that we need or something like that at another position, I think we have to say goodbye. This is the one that's getting me here. Cepeda, I don't really feel good about re-signing him, even though all these guys we traded for. I don't know. Roger Flores. It's going to be a few mil, and because he was a starter, I just don't know that it's worth it. I do like where the guards are at, but Torrance, it costs 10 mil to bring back. I feel like we have to let that go too. See what's out there on the free agent market. Yeah, I feel like we need to remake the line a little bit. Yeah, and then Zane Yuri. We could find like a cheaper center in like undrafted free agent or something. Brandon Condren. I know we have the cap control here, but like I don't really feel an urge to bring him back. I think I like bringing Elijah Moore back, who has a pretty good... Oh, no, not a good chemistry with Luther Drayton. Well, I think it's good to have him on the roster just in case. But the rest of the guys, whatever. Jason Henning we can get rid of. Xavier Jordan we're moving on from. Crombie wanted money. McKenzie wanted money. All right, I think we're in a spot where we're good with our current roster, and then we'll hit free agency to remake some of these position groups and head into the draft and see what we can get in day 2 because we don't have a first round pick. So thank you guys for watching. We will catch you in the next video. Peace.